Nothing says healthy relationship quite like dragging your loved one toward a lonely granite spike with a rickety tower on top. Welcome to Buck Rock Lookout, perched at 8,500 feet in the Sequoia National Forest, where the views are breathtaking, and so is the sheer drop on every side. Let's talk about how to get the most out of this 360-degree video. On a phone or tablet, just move your device around to explore. On a computer, click and drag with your mouse to look in any direction. Using VR goggles, you lucky explorer, just turn your head and soak it all in. Watching on a TV? Well, just might want to skip this one. We'll cover it in a normal video where we even have some spectacular drone footage. And hey, you can pause this video anytime just like this, and keep looking around. If something caught your eye or made your stomach drop, freeze the moment and spin your perspective. We won't judge. Here you are, floating on the deck of Buck Rock Lookout 200 feet above the forest floor, with views stretching across Sequoia National Forest, Kings Canyon National Park, and Sequoia National Park and beyond. To the west, that rounded dome just peeking up, that's the face of Shell Mountain dropping into beautiful Weaver Lake and blocking the view to Poop Out Pass. It's not as bad as it sounds. And far below, winding away, is Kings Canyon, the second deepest canyon in the United States if you use a measurement system dreamt up by the folks in Idaho, no doubt. Spin around. To the southeast, you'll see the Great Western Divide, a row of serrated peaks that seem designed to intimidate passing clouds. Inside the lookout, it's all pine boards, panoramic views, and just enough creeks to remind you you're standing on a wooden cube in the sky. Right there in the center, that's the Osborne Firefinder, the original Firewatcher's GPS, a beautifully simple device that let rangers pinpoint smoke by aligning sites with topo maps and mountains. No Wi-Fi required. And check out the wooden chair. Those aren't fancy feet, they're glass insulators, just like the one used in old telegraph lines. Why? So Lookout could sit safely during lightning storms, when the entire building would crackle with static electricity. And now, the descent. These 172 wooden steps were built back in 1922, which makes them old enough to know what the Great Depression felt like. The lookout itself was used until around 2010, then left to the squirrels for over a decade before getting revived. No word on whether these boards are upgraded since then, but if they creak, totally normal. It's just the sound of history, very fragile history. Each of these century-old steps holds a memory of brave souls, determined rangers, and at least two of us rethinking our life choices. You may notice a few charming details: the exposed bolts, the occasional wiggle, and the zero margin for error. But what you'll really notice is how high up you still are. Honestly, I feel like Indiana Jones, except with worse cardio and no fedora. Every step is a prayer, every gust of wind, a fresh opportunity to exercise sphincter control. Ground. Sweet, non-planked, non-swaying, reliable ground. That was Buck Rock Lookout, a place of jaw-dropping beauty, mild to moderate terror, and just enough adrenaline to remind you you're alive. If you enjoyed this 360 thrill, give us a like and subscribe and leave a comment. Would you climb Buck Rock, or are you waiting until next century when they install an elevator? Until then, keep looking up, but maybe double check the floorboards while you're at it. Thanks for watching.